for President Trump, with health care and religious liberty taking the forefront.
With this executive order, we are ending the attacks on your religious liberty, and we are proudly reaffirming America's leadership role as a nation that protects religious freedom for everyone.
But our next guest can tell, but only our next guest can tell us what's coming up on the president's spiritual agenda. President Trump's longtime spiritual advisor and chairwoman of his evangelical advisory board, Paula White, is meeting with the president this week. She joins us now. Nice to see you this morning, Paula.
It's great to be with you guys.
Now,
happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. And you had a chance to meet with the president. Tell us a little bit about that dinner that you had with the president.
It was an absolutely amazing time. On Wednesday, our president, along with many of his high-ranking officials, met with about 40 faith leaders that represent collectively almost 200 million people in the United States alone, everyone from Dr. George Wood, who's over the Assembly of God, to Franklin Graham, Sammy Rodriguez, 40,000 churches, Dr. Ronnie Floyd, Jack Graham, on and on it goes. So it really was the powerhouse of the voice representing the faith community, the evangelical board. And we discussed our mission. We had almost 4 hours with the president, the vice president, and as I said, many of his high-positioned people. We talked about different issues, the 4 things that we would like to do as the faith board, and how we can continue to support this administration and just be that voice as well as receive the information to make sure that things get moved forward on a grassroots level.
Paula, you've been his spiritual advisor for years. How have you seen President Trump change since coming into office as a person?
I've seen his faith deepen. I've known him for almost 15 years and have had this walk with him for many, many years along with his family. And I really continue to see a man that has always loved God but continue to deepen in his faith. Prays every day. Of course, Vice President Pence and 9 of the cabinet members hold Bible study every single week. It's quite amazing, but I couldn't imagine the office that he runs not turning to God and asking for his wisdom and his guidance. And so he does daily.
Well, we already talked about the dinner that you had with the president. I'm sure you mentioned or had some discussion about his upcoming trip to the Middle East. What is that going to look like for the president? Did you advise him in that?
You know, what that's going to look like, I'm sure his administration will let those details out. But we did discuss it, and we discussed many other things. And we're excited. I think things are going to look very, very positive. It's going to be a wonderful trip, and I think we'll come back with a great report. And it's very, very positive steps.
Yeah, well, it's always important to point out, I mean, the big reason why he won that put him over the edge, I mean, evangelical Christians came out in huge numbers, 80% for President Trump this last time. But we always appreciate you coming on the show and giving us a better sense of how he's doing and your conversations with the president.